I'm officially done. I ran the inverters ground and the DC systems ground down to through there, through that hole, down to over there. And I turned on the inverter. That's all I've done so far. The inverter's running. And if I pull up the Victron app, and it's pulling 13 watts right now. So 13 watts, that's just from the inverter, which is pretty efficient. Normally a 3000 watt inverter would probably be pulling closer to 30 to 40 watts, or so I thought. But yeah, it seems super efficient. I haven't actually turned on anything in the RV, which we're about to do. I'm gonna do that with you guys to see if I did everything right, or if anything catches fire. So before it starts raining, let's go ahead and test that. And let's flip the breaker. So we're gonna flip just the main breaker. And you're gonna see here, I'm gonna leave that there. So we are still pulling 13 watts. I'm gonna flip the breaker. We should hear a click, letting us know that we're switching to the inverter power. Unless it already happened, it's also a possibility. With just the main breaker, we shouldn't have any LED lights or anything. Yep, none of that is working. That's just the power being pulled through. So now, let me look at the diagram again. So let's test out just the air conditioning. I want to see if the air conditioning runs. So let's go ahead and skip one, go to this one. Air conditioning made a beep. So it looks like we're pulling 100 watts, 90 watts. So it looks like that was a success. Air conditioning is running. Haha, yes, everything worked. Or not everything. I haven't tested everything yet. The air conditioning works, which was arguably the most important for the heat. It is at the coldest setting right now, so we'll just leave that for now. In case you don't know, if you have an RV and your RV uses one of these WIFCO auto detect converters, that's the converter that came with the RV. And a converter basically just charges your battery. It turns AC to DC. So if you notice, if I turn on that converter, which that converter is this one right here, so second to last one, because that's the other converter that I added. This is the converter that came with the actual RV. So if I turn that one on right here, you'll notice the lights start working. So now that converter, if you notice how much I'm pulling as far as wattage goes, it's going to be pulling a lot more because that converter is trying to charge the batteries. So the batteries are trying to charge themselves right now, as you can see there. So we're pulling a lot more wattage. So we're at 13.88. We're pulling 174 watts. Those AC systems are super efficient, like way more efficient than I thought they were going to be. I was expecting to be wasting about 1,000 watts per hour. So we'll see. I think there's a setting that turns on the actual, because this doesn't seem right. So let's turn it off. And we'll just leave that running. Yeah, I guess it really is only that many watts, but seems to be working. What else can we turn on? We could turn on the microwave now. This is probably stupid. I'm probably never going to use the microwave on. As you heard the beep. Microwave is officially on, and it's running off of my batteries, which is fucking awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the microwave to see. Microwave's running, and we're pulling 1500 watts, 1700, 1799, 1800. Yeah, as expected. We're pulling 135 amps right now, which is a lot. I'll stop that. I don't really plan on using the microwave when I'm off-gridding, but yeah, this is a Smart Shunt app. This is what that little device that I told you guys in my last video about. It tells you exactly how much battery percentage you have left. So if I open this up, let it load, it might be off a little bit. I might have to calibrate it the next time that I'm okay. There we go. So we see, look, now only the AC is running, the air conditioning, and we're pulling 500 watts. That's closer to what I was expecting to pull. So we're pulling for almost 40 amps. Yeah. And it looks like with just running the air conditioning, I can run the air conditioning for over a day and a half, which is more than I ever will, honestly. And then whenever I need to charge up my batteries again, I can just pull out the generator, charge them up. I don't currently have, this number would be lower because I don't currently have the solar panels on the roof. I have to install those. It's been raining every single day, and the thing is, once you install the solar panels, you have to use this thing called a lap sealant, which is basically a leveling sealant that you put over where all the screws are, where all the mounting brackets are for the solar panels, and that'll seal that from water, essentially, from water getting into your actual RV. But it has to be dry. It can't be raining. I could cover it with a tarp, but I'd rather just wait till there's a streak. I'm in Florida, so there should be a clear streak of sunny days coming up soon, and I'll probably still cover it just to be safe. But yeah, and it looks like the actual time remaining is going down pretty quickly, so that's probably, that day and a half wasn't very accurate. So we'll see as I'm running this more and more what that actually ends up looking like. So, but yeah, exciting stuff. Everything worked. I really got to figure out what the GFCI inverter breaker is. This one right here. This right here is what charges my battery. If I turn it on right now, which I'm going to turn off the DC, turn off, I don't know what I just turned off, the microwave, yeah, microwave, and then turn off the air conditioning. I'm going to turn on this, which should pull out a lot of watts. Yeah, it's saying that it's charging, but that's not true at all. Actually, no, it was pulling watts. So the converter was essentially pulling power from the battery and pushing it back into the battery, and it's supposed to be 80 amps. 80 amps at 12 volts is, what is that? Like almost 1,000 watts. So it being almost 1,000 watts, and it charging itself, the power is pretty much going back in, you end up getting a loss, I guess about like 20 to 30% is what it was looking like. So that's pretty good to know. But yeah, everything works. Everything seems to be functional. I'm gonna go outside real quick, see if anything caught fire. Turn that off. I don't really have a need. I'm not gonna be in the RV right now, so we'll just leave everything. And no smoke. Nothing smells like it's burning. We're good. Oh man. So the last project is cleaning everything up, which is always the worst part. But yeah, it looks like nothing burned. The inverter's on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the inverter off just because that wastes the battery. Turn that off. And yeah, all I have to do now is these cables right here are the cables for the solar panels that are on the roof. These go to this charge controller right here, and then there's a port on the roof that actually charges the batteries, or connects to the solar panel, I should say. And then that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much ready to hit the road. I'm kind of in shock right now that everything worked first try. Yeah, everything seems to have worked, and I will give you guys a report further down the line, let you guys know how everything went. Hopefully not terribly. If I stop making videos, it's probably because my RV caught fire and I died. But let's not be negative. We'll be positive. Everything's gonna work out, hopefully. So we'll see. That's crazy, man. I cannot believe that all worked first try. That's crazy. That is awesome. Now all I need to do is obviously clean the RV. I need to strap those batteries down somehow. If you guys have any ideas on how to strap those batteries down, I'm thinking of just using some, like, temporarily some ratchet straps that kind of go around them, and just like very small bolts get drilled into the actual RV flooring, and that should hopefully hold them down for a little bit. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. And yeah, I just wanted to report back success. That's freaking awesome. All right, catch you guys on the next one.